Hello and welcome to LeGrand High School inside LeGrand High School Gymnasium. I'm Ian Dexter and we're about 6.5 minutes away from our coverage of the Pendleton Buckaroos boys basketball team taking on your host LeGrand Tigers boys basketball team, and we'll have coverage coming to you shortly, so please stay tuned with us. We'll be back. Yeah.
The reason we support local is just because we're from here. I mean, we've been here forever. My dad came from Malao County. I've lived here almost my entire life. This is the only place we'd want to have a business, and this community supports everyone. I mean, it's pretty amazing the way everyone comes together. We support local sports. We've been members of the Optimist Club here in town for about as long as we've been selling furniture. I've played sports my whole life. I think sports bring the community together, so it's a great way to help with the whole community in general.
Trouble playing your old videos? At Anything to Digital, we can help transfer your VHS, photographs, 8mm tapes, and more to any form of digital media. Whatever it is, we can do it. So please, visit us today, if not for your sake, for the sake of your DVD player.
LeGrand is a wonderful town, and though it sometimes may not seem like it, there's a lot happening. And you can find some of those things on legrandalive.tv. LeGrand Live is a local internet television station that hosts LeGrand talks and award ceremonies, creative content, city events, sports, performances, recitals, city council meetings, and much, much more. The LeGrand Alive events are live streamed and can be viewed from anywhere in the world. So visit legrandalive.tv today and bring your town alive in a new and interesting way.
When you buy tires from West Swab, it comes with a lot of free and a lot of speed. Free flat repairs, free rotations, free replacements, free air, pre-trip safety, and brake alignment checks. And did I mention it's all free? Plus, our work is guaranteed for the life of your tires. We'll even replace them if they're damaged beyond repair, anytime here in the Grand Ronde Valley or anywhere else. So for fast and free, buy your tires at Les Schwab. The best value tires anywhere, and that's our promise.
Your wedding, your child's first steps, him blowing out the candles, her playing in the yard. These are memories, your past, and with all the changes in your life, it's important to remember how it was. We can help with that. At Anything to Digital, we know that memories are far more precious than the tapes they're recorded on. Whatever the memory, whatever the medium, we can help preserve these little glimpses of the good old days so you can watch them again and again. Anything to Digital, let's preserve your memories.
Youth for Christ is located just across the street from the high school, and our Campus Life ministry combines healthy relationships with creative programs to help young people make good choices, establish a solid foundation for life, and positively impact their schools. Campus Life seeks to engage these young people wherever they are found as lifelong followers of Jesus Christ. YFC in LeGrand also offers free lunches to high school students and provides a drop-in center twice a week. Get involved today.
Hi, it's Brent Huntsman, General Manager at Carpet One. This is Lloyd Berry, our Operations Manager. Jason Isaacson, Sales Manager, Shay Perry in Bookkeeping. These and many more of our staff at LeGrand Carpet One Floor and Home were all LeGrand Tigers in their day. Now they work here. Each has family that walked the halls or wore the Tigers uniform. In fact, we have 4 generations of Tigers in the families of our staff. Thank you for joining us in supporting our LeGrand Tigers. Carpet One Floor and Home, your locally owned Tigers fan club, making beautiful affordable, now and for years to come.
Every day, we here at Grand Ronde Hospital see clients with chronic conditions like osteoarthritis of the spine, hips, and knees seeking relief. And while surgery may be the answer in certain situations, recent studies show that physical therapy can be just as effective. Oftentimes, we can't cure these conditions, but according to Vanessa Brayton, MPT, strengthening and stabilization exercises are some of the best options for keeping you out of pain and living an active lifestyle. Grand Ronde Hospital, big city medicine, hometown touch.
Hello and welcome back to LeGrand, Oregon, inside the LeGrand High School Gymnasium, and we're going to get set with our national anthem here just moments away as we'll get you coverage of the Pendleton Buckaroos versus the LeGrand Tigers boys basketball matchup right after our national anthem. Stay tuned with us.
Thank you. Welcome to non-league action tonight for the Pendleton Buckaroos and your LeGrand Tigers. Now taking charge for the Pendleton Buckaroos, 0 Dakota Sam.
Welcome back as we're getting our starting lineups with the Pendleton Buckaroos boys basketball team. They're here visiting in LeGrand High School Tigers. We have our starting lineups for the Buckaroos. We'll get those to you here momentarily. But first, the Buckaroos coming in number 12 in the 5A of the OSAA. And they come into this game with a 9-6 overall record. They're 1-0 in the Columbia River Conference. They're wearing their black uniforms with the green and gold trim tonight. Coming into this game on a 4-game winning streak, including a win over this LeGrand High School team. That was over there down the I-84 in Pendleton, and in that game, the Buckaroos took that one 63-46 on January 9th. So they're coming in hot, 4-game winning streak. The Tigers on the other side, well, they're number 6 ranked in the 4A, 3-0 right now in first place in the Greater Oregon League. and 11-7 overall. Last time out on January 19th, this past Friday, they had a win over Baker 60-50, and they have won 3 of their last 4 ball games. And we're going to get the opening tip-off. This looks like it's going to be Richard Scott, the senior forward at 6'5", going against Caden Chandler, 6'3", junior forward for the Tigers. And the tip-off is won by Scott. Starting lineup for the Buckaroos. Number 0, freshman at 6 foot, Dakota Sams. A senior guard at 6 foot, number 2, Shaw Jerome. First shot put up. Jerome ends up with the rebound on the offensive boards. Now Sams, no good, and mentioned Chandler took that opening tip-off, gets the defensive rebound. 20 seconds in this ball game. Mentioned Richard Scott wearing number 11. He's a senior forward at 6'5". 6'4", junior listed as a guard and a forward, number 22, Tyler Newsome. And then a senior also listed as a guard forward at 6'1", number 24, Ryan Russell. The Buckaroos are coached by Kyle Tedder, assisted by Chuck West and Ryan Sams. Tigers with the ball. Their first shot put up. Offensive rebound and a foul as Chandler gets the offensive board, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Starting lineup for your Tigers here on LeGrand Alive. Senior guard at 5'9", number 0, Isaac Chamberlain. Another senior guard at 6 foot even, number 3, GT Blackman, one of our players to watch tonight. Always exciting to watch Blackman as he battles in the games. Really a high effort player, but a lot of skill. Senior guard at 6'2", number 5, Noah Chamberlain. And then a junior guard at 6'3", number 21, Braden Bell. And we mentioned the man at the free throw line. That's Chandler, makes it a 2-for-2 trip. And that rounds out our starting 5 here between the Tigers and the Buckaroos. LeGrand off to a 2-0 lead to start after the free throws by Chandler. Russell, he's holding on the left wing, and now they kick it around right side. Newsome, he's going to drive into the paint. A little floater, he ends up getting his own rebound, and then he goes up and one. So Tyler Newsome, first basket was no good, gets his own rebound and puts it back, and the foul is called on Blackman, and Newsome going to look to make this a 3-point trip. Convert the 3-point play. And give the Buckaroos their first lead of the night. So again, I'm Ian Dexter. We appreciate you all joining us here tonight on LeGrand Alive. Love bringing you these basketball games, both boys and girls high school basketball, and the steal and the fast break lay-in by Jerome. Heads up play by Jerome, very quick on the break there on the pass, and an easy bucket. It's a 5-2 lead for Pendleton. And that ball tips off the hands of Isaac Chamberlain. So the second straight turnover for the Tigers, who will be looking to rebound from their loss just a couple weeks ago to these same Buckaroos. I-84 battle tonight. Deep three, that one a little short by Sams. Rebound gathered in by Blackman. He hustles the other way. Gets the return feed. Kick out to Chamberlain. Maybe a little tip on the hands by Sams, but Chamberlain still gets it to fall. And he was taking those shots in warm-ups right there from about 12 feet out. And the three knocked down. That was Ryan Russell. And it's an 8-4 advantage for Pendleton. Three put up by the Tigers, no good. Noah Chamberlain this time on the shot. Chamberlain on the defense against Newsome. Three, another one. Russell, this time he's short. Blackman coming the other way quickly on the transition. He's going to go right through the lane, and he gets fouled. Ball doesn't fall in, but he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. That'll be the second foul of this quarter going against Pendleton. Be the first on Jerome. Blackman, been a solid free throw shooter this season. Misses the first one. That one just didn't get the friendly roll. A consistent player for head coach Mark Carollo. And a rare 2 misses. Almost comes away with the steal, however. And we're taking just about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Early action so far. Off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound. Good tip out by Sams. He got it to his teammate Jerome. Out wide. That ball missed by Scott at 6'5". Inside, off the glass, and good is Chandler. He's got 4. Working the left side, and now, a wide open look for Sams. Offensive rebound by Scott. That one's short. And we got a loose ball. That one's still rolling around. And they're going to get a jump ball called. Arrow pointing in favor of Pendleton. Sure, Chamberlain would have liked to have gotten the timeout. Arrow pointing in favor of the Tigers. So a good hustle on the loose ball for LeGrand. Next jump ball will go to the Buckaroos. That one gets the bounce on the basket by Braden Bell, his first. And we're tied up 8-8. After an early lead by Pendleton, that one tipped out of bounds off of the Tigers. 3:57 here to play in this first quarter. We get our first substitution. Cade Reed, a senior, 6 foot even. He's going to check in for Isaac Chamberlain. Inbounds pass, handed off. Chamberlain got a hand in there. Nearly came away with a steal. Russell's looking for somewhere to go, and then Chandler comes out to play him tough defensively, and a great defensive play by Chandler, and he goes the other way. Excellent defense and hustle by the junior Chandler. And a little reach-in foul. And that one going against Noah Chamberlain will be his first. That's 2 fouls apiece on each squad. Nick Chachis, junior, checks into the game at 5'9", wearing number 4. He subs in for Noah Chamberlain. Jumper, mid-range, Chandler on the rebound. And he's been strong so far. Already 6 points for Chandler. 6 of the team's 10 points and quite a few rebounds, and he's got 8 of 12. Excellent start for Caden Chandler. And so far the Buckaroos have not had an answer for him defensively inside. He's been defended by Ryan Russell predominantly. Russell's been hanging out outside offensively, and a little similar size between those two, but so far it's been Chandler has gotten the best of him, and a turnover by Pendleton. Grand with their largest lead of this ball game, 4 points. Blackman to Chachis. He's going to dribble inside. Nice kick out pass. An open look. No good on the shot by Bell. Pendleton looking to get into this, chip into this lead a little bit. And Newsom heard the whistle. Maybe thought he was going to get a foul picked up defensively. And instead he's called for the travel. Took a few too many steps as he tried to make a move. Tigers back in possession. Left wing, and now top of the key is Chachis. Blackman back to the top. Keeping it around outside. They're going to look to try and find Chandler off the pick and roll. Chandler had his hands up, And then the three put up by Blackman. That one no good, a little strong. Quickly comes Newsome. Now they're back outside. Russell thought about it, thought better of it, and they're going to reset. Newsome round to the right wing. Jerome with the ball. Sams fumbled it a little bit. May have had an open look if he had caught that pass cleanly. No shot clock. Don't have to worry about that. Buckaroos are content on passing this one around. Finally go inside. Still nowhere to go, and then they're going to call 3 in the key. Yep. So it still ends up in a turnover. Not a shot taken there on that possession by Pendleton. And you can see head coach Kyle Tedder going to his bench now. Hasn't made the substitution yet, and probably after that last offensive possession wants to get a little bit of a different look. He brings in Dante Jackson, a senior guard at 5'10". He's wearing number 20. And then Willie Camp into the game. He's a junior at 6'5". Got a lot of length on this squad, but Chachis knocks that one down from long range. The first 3 of our ball game for the Tigers, and they have the largest lead of the night, 15-8, taking it to the 5A Buckaroos here in this first quarter. What a start for the Tigers. Foul is going to get called as Newsome went down hard to the floor. Foul is going against Hunter Youngblood, who also checked in, and Blackman going to get called for a foul on the floor.
Hey, LeGrand Alive, Will Bowman, director here. I'm going to bring you just a couple quick sponsors before the first quarter is up. The first people I want to mention is Grand Ron Hospital, Big City Medicine, Hometown Care. Grand Ron Hospital is a longtime sponsor of LeGrand Alive. They've been with us almost since the beginning, and they have been a fantastic supporter of who we are and what we're doing, and indirectly of what you guys are trying to do, e.g. watching your kids play the game. So, Grand Ron Hospital, be sure if you see people from up there, thank them for sponsoring your LeGrand High School Tigers basketball stream. Also, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, best in the Northwest, also a longtime sponsor. Sean and Mike have been really supportive of what we're trying to do, both with the LeGrand High School sports teams and with the Facebook advertising. So, if you're in Northwest Furniture and Mattress, thank them for sponsoring your LeGrand Alive High School Tigers live streams. Back to you, Ian.
Thanks, Will. And just had a quick action back and forth. Newsome had the layup, and then, as you just saw on your screen, Chamberlain with the mid-range jumper, and the Tigers are up 17-11. We're taking under 20 seconds to play in this first quarter. Newsome with he's been dangerous offensively. He's taken a lot of the shots for the Buckaroos and goes up for that one. Foul going to get called on Youngblood. And Newsome is going to head to the free throw line with 8.1 seconds to play here. 5 fouls on the Tigers already in this first half. Youngblood picked up his second. He's already going to have to be checked out. Braden Bell comes in. First free throw was knocked down. Second one, couple of bounces. Chandler with the rebound. He's got 5 seconds. Gets it to Chachis. It's like Chachis is going to take it. Man in his face, and almost good. Nick Chachis with a chance at a last second buzzer beater, and the Tigers will take a 17-12 lead here over the Pendleton Buckaroos. We'll be back for second quarter action here on LeGrand Alive.
What 2 things does your car need most? Well, oil and a good solid car wash. And at Island Express, you can get both done in just a few minutes. Island Express is the only drive-through car wash and oil change station in Union County. When you're in a hurry, our fast and friendly service staff will get you in, washed, and changed in no time flat so you can get out and get on with your life. We can even do your air filters too. So come on down to Island City Express, the best drive-through car wash in Union County. Okay, the hospital just told you you're going out of town for a higher level of care. Stop. Did you know that you have options? If you're being transported to another hospital and your emergency isn't immediate, have the hospital call MedTransport. MedTransport is your dedicated advanced life support interfacility ambulance service. We offer ground ambulance transports with services that save you and your insurance company a lot of money. If you're stable and able to go by a ground resource, we're here for you. So, before you or your loved one gets transferred, stop. Ask for MedTransport because you have options.
Welcome back. Second quarter action about to begin. 17-12 lead for the number 6 LeGrand Tigers over the number 12 Pendleton Buckaroos. Thank you once again for joining us. I'm Ian Dexter, and it was a story of Caden Chandler in that first 8 minutes. He had 8 points, some steals, and some key rebounds as the other way. Nick Chachis has 5 points for the Tigers, and they're back up by 7, 19-12, just 30 seconds into this second quarter. Tigers looking to get a little bit of revenge over Pendleton after losing on the road to the Buckaroos 63-46 on January 9th. So these two teams familiar with each other, having just played a couple of weeks ago. That one may have gotten tipped. There was no call there. Scott may have gotten a piece of it, but Chandler nonetheless tried to keep it in bounds, but drawing the offensive foul there was Chamberlain. That's going to be the third foul on Pendleton, going against Willie Camp on the drive. Tigers had 5 fouls in that first quarter, but they lead by 7. Some aggressive defense has paid off thus far. Into the left corner, this is Cade Reed. Now he's going to go baseline. And looks like they're going to call a foul against Jackson. He's not too happy about it, as he gave a little bump to Reed heading out of bounds. That'll be 4 fouls. As Chachis, he's been pretty hot since he came in the ballgame. That one short. Newsom, strong. Jerome with it, and then just inside the free throw line, the shot is missed by Camp. And here come the Tigers once again. Chachis goes baseline underneath. Ooh, he gets rejected by Camp. A nice move by Chachis. Used a little bit of quickness there, but was not able to get by Camp. Chachis ends up with that rebound. Tries to throw it off the Pendleton player, and instead Kaysen Bronchot, we haven't mentioned his name, crowd that ball before it went out of bounds. He's wearing number 23. He's a sophomore guard at 5'10". Chachis. LeGrand with 3 of their starters in, including Bell, Chamberlain, and Chandler. 3 put up, and it's good by Cade Reed. Senior off the bench, and a big shot. It's a 10-point advantage for the Tigers. The largest of the ball game. Good ball movement by LeGrand. And Pendleton right now, they had a nice start, but trying to figure out some way to beat this defense that LeGrand has on them. They go for the double, and going down hard was Newsom. That one picked up. Newsom slow to get up. Quickly on the other side, and Chachis just misses the open look underneath. Again, quick. Looks like he's okay, and ooh, what a pretty play by Tyler Newsom. So he was limping a little bit, stayed down on the offensive half of the court, ends up getting it in the corner, goes baseline, and a nifty gets kind of the spin on the ball there. You know he's practiced that before. On the other end, Reed travels with 4:53 to play in the second quarter. Tigers up 22-14. And, well, got someone tying their shoe. Looks like that was Noah Chamberlain. as Tyler Newsom. He has been tough for the Tigers, but he ends up turning that one over, trying to go with a tough pass. Chamberlain gets taken down, and no call. Much to the chagrin of this Tigers home crowd. And Mark Carollo not happy. He's looking at all the officials, trying to get something, but the Tigers still with the 8-point advantage despite the turnover. Inside, Newsom off the glass, and good. So he doesn't look like that ankle, looked like maybe an ankle roll, slight ankle roll has affected him since. Bell, and now this is Chachis, draws the foul. Almost gets the basket, but Chachis going to head to the free throw line. And that'll be the 5th foul going against the Buckaroos. Foul is on Dante Jackson, who's come off the bench, and he's picked up 2. 4:10 to play here. Just almost halfway through this second quarter as Chachis knocks down the first free throw. And we're going to have 3 subs coming in for Pendleton. All starters, Dakota Sams, Richard Scott, and Ryan Russell all check back in. And they have their 5 starters back in the ball game here. We'll see how the Tigers decide to counter. They're going to stick with the 5 on the court. Haven't mentioned number 15, Jeffrey Walker's name yet. He came in for Chandler, who played just about the entire first quarter and then about 3 minutes of the second quarter. Foul called against the Tigers. And that foul called on Braden Bell. Be his first and the 6th on the team. So nearly in the bonus are the Buckaroos. That inbounds pass goes into the backcourt. Heads up play by Sams not to really touch it until it was in the backcourt. So he didn't get the backcourt violation. Shot missed. Tigers with the rebound, up by 8. Looking to go back up by double digits. Cade Reed. Mark Carollo's got to like some of the minutes he's gotten off the bench from the likes of Reed and Chachis. He's got Walker in as well. That one picking the pocket there was Sams. And Newsom's blocked. Offensive rebounds grabbed by Scott, and he gets the bounce. Cut down to a 6-point deficit for Pendleton. Chamberlain, right wing, he is covered by Newsom. Good defense. Chachis steps through a couple defenders, a quick pass. Walker wasn't quite ready for it, and then it goes out of bounds off of him. So it ends up as a turnover for for LeGrand. As the Buckaroos starting to gain a little bit of momentum here late in this second quarter. Nice feed. Layup no good by Scott. And Cade Reed with it. Let's go to Will as Chachis with the 3-ball. Will, let's take it away for some sponsors.
LeGrand Alive, Will Bowman here. Just want to throw out our scoreboard sponsors for the day. First of all, so if you look down at the scoreboard, you will see Paul Andaris, who is a local LeGrand High School teacher. He teaches agriculture sciences here at the high school, and he is running for Union County Commissioner. His main impulse is toward opportunity for our children and otherwise. So Paul Andaris for Union County Commissioner. The other scoreboard sponsor we have tonight is EONI, Eastern Oregon Network Inc., your local source for internet and computing. They are a local internet and phone service provider here. So if you're looking for solutions for business phone or business internet or even just personal internet, they're a great place, great way to spend your money on internet locally instead of spending it with some of the more corporate providers that you could around here. So EONI, Eastern Oregon Network Inc., your local source for internet and computing. Back to you, Ian.
Thanks, Will. And it's been for the Buckaroos, the Tyler Newsome show. On the other side, LeGrand with Chandler out of the game. Nick Chachas has stepped up. He's got 8 points, just hit a 3 before we went to Will. And then on the other side, again, it was Newsome and LeGrand up 27-20. Chachas has the only threes for the Tigers in this game. He's matched Chandler with 8 points. Providing some good offense off the bench. Put back, double put back, and none of them can go. Tigers with a missed opportunity, and Newsome draws the contact, and he's not going to get the call on the basket. He'll instead go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1 as it's the 7th foul, but yeah, that one called on the floor. Foul going to go against Nick Chachas. But the Tigers, they've been able to keep this lead despite not having Blackman in the game, as well as Chandler, really two of their star players on this squad. And they've been able to do it with the likes of Chachas and Cade Reed coming in off the bench, have really provided some good minutes. As Newsome is at the free throw line once again, and he's really taken over both quarters for Pendleton. At the long wingspan, he's at 6'4". Looks like Bell might have, I can't really tell, but he might have a bloody nose or something. Looks like he's going to have to get subbed out. Yeah, and it is definitely a bloody nose, as he has to get subbed out. Hunter Youngblood comes back in. Free throw, first one knocked down by Newsome. And he's got the green light all night from his coach. Knocks down both free throws. He's been to the free throw line quite a few times already. And every time he gets the ball, he's wanting to go straight into the paint. Trying to draw contact, as he's got Pendleton down by just 5, but responding is Cade Reed, who comes right in against Newsome on the defense and puts it over with the left hand. 3, that one's good by Dakota Sams. So trading baskets here, Buckaroos and the Tigers, with under a minute to play in this first half. Tigers lead cut down to 4 points now. Youngblood loses the handle a little bit. Finds Reed. Reed goes again, left-handed. That one's short. Newsome on the rebound. He almost gets it stolen away by Walker with a little bit of contact, but Newsome. And he's going to pull it back. Probably try and create some space to dribble inside. No, he kicks it out this time. Russell, it's possible, instead he just hands it back to Newsome, but Russell, it's possible they have had a chance to take a 3 if he was more prepared, but Newsome called on a travel. And not one you expect when he just kind of got the ball handed to him, and official was all over it. 10 seconds left in this second quarter. 29-25. Tigers looking to get a basket before the end. 2 seconds, and that one's going to kick off of the foot of Willie Camp. Chamberlain just dribbled it right off his foot, and no call on a kick. So the Tigers will take a 29-25 advantage here into the halftime locker room. Stay tuned with us for second half action here on the Grand Alive. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Thanks for not just selling me tires.
Thanks for running out to my car to greet me.
Like, running.
They took my brakes for free.
For fixing my flat for free.
And being just hassle-free. For talking to me like an intelligent human being.
You don't see that too often.
Thanks for hustling to get me out of there.
Without making me feel hustled.
So thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks for doing the right thing by not just selling me tires.
Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Yeah, That's pretty and all, but there's more in this valley than just the grass.
The reason we support local is just because we're from here. I mean, we've been here forever. My dad came from County. I've lived here almost my entire life. This is the only place we'd want to have a business, and this community supports everyone. I mean, it's pretty amazing the way everyone comes together. We support local sports. We've been members of the Optimist Club here in town for about as long as we've been selling furniture. I've played sports my whole life. I think sports bring the community together, so it's a great way to help with the whole community in general.
Trouble playing your old videos? At Anything to Digital, we can help transfer your VHS, photographs, 8mm tapes, and more to any form of digital media. Whatever it is, we can do it. So please, visit us today, if not for your sake, for the sake of your DVD player.
LeGrand is a wonderful town, and though it sometimes may not seem like it, there's a lot happening. And you can find some of those things on legrandalive.tv. LeGrand Live is a local internet television station that hosts LeGrand talks and award ceremonies, creative content, city events, sports, performances, recitals, city council meetings, and much, much more. Many LeGrand Alive events are live streamed and can be viewed from anywhere in the world. So visit legrandalive.tv today and bring your town alive in a new and interesting way.
When you buy tires from Les Schwab, it comes with a lot of free and a lot of speed. Free flat repairs, free rotations, free replacements, free air, pre-trip safety, and brake alignment checks. And did I mention it's all free? Plus, our work is guaranteed for the life of your tires. We'll even replace them if they're damaged beyond repair, anytime here in the Grand Ronde Valley or anywhere else. So for fast and free, buy your tires at Les Schwab. The best value tires anywhere, and that's our promise.
Your wedding, your child's first steps, him blowing out the candles, her playing in the yard. These are memories, your past, and with all the changes in your life, it's important to remember how it was. We can help with that. At Anything to Digital, we know that memories are far more precious than the tapes they're recorded on. Whatever the memory, whatever the medium, we can help preserve these little glimpses of the good old days so you can watch them again and again. Anything to Digital, let's preserve your memories.
Youth for Christ is located just across the street from the high school, and our campus life ministry combines healthy relationships with creative programs to help young people make good choices, establish a solid foundation for life, and positively impact their schools. Campus Life seeks to engage these young people wherever they are found as lifelong followers of Jesus Christ. YFC in LeGrand also offers free lunches to high school students and provides a drop-in center twice a week. Get involved today.
Hi, it's Brent Huntsman, General Manager at Carpet One. This is Lloyd Berry, our Operations Manager, Jason Isaacson, Sales Manager, Shay Perry in Bookkeeping. These and many more of our staff at LeGrand Carpet One Floor and Home were all LeGrand Tigers in their day. Now they work here. Each has family that walked the halls or wore the Tigers uniform. In fact, we have 4 generations of Tigers in the families of our staff. Thank you for joining us in supporting our LeGrand Tigers. Carpet One Floor and Home, your locally owned Tigers fan club, making beautiful affordable, now and for years to come.
Every day, we here at Grand Ron Hospital see clients with chronic conditions like osteoarthritis of the spine, hips, and knees seeking relief. And while surgery may be the answer in certain situations, recent studies show that physical therapy can be just as effective. Oftentimes, we can't cure these conditions, but according to Vanessa Brayton, MPT, strengthening and stabilization exercises are some of the best options for keeping you out of pain and living an active lifestyle. Grand Ron Hospital, big city medicine, hometown touch.
What 2 things does your car need most? Well, oil and a good solid car wash. And at Island Express, you can get both done in just a few minutes. Island Express is the only drive-through car wash and oil change station in Union County. When you're in a hurry, our fast and friendly service staff will get you in, washed, and changed in no time flat so you can get out and get on with your life. We can even do your air filters too. So come on down to Island City Express, the best drive-through car wash in Union County. Okay, the hospital just told you you're going out of town for a higher level of care. Stop! Did you know that you have options? If you're being transported to another hospital and your emergency isn't immediate, have the hospital call Med Transport. Med Transport is your dedicated advanced life support interfacility ambulance service. We offer ground ambulance transports with services that save you and your insurance company a lot of money. If you're stable and able to go by a ground resource, we're here for you. So, before you or your loved one gets transferred, stop. Ask for Med Transport because you have options.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks!
Thanks for not just selling me tires.
Thanks for running out to my car to greet me.
Like, running.
Thanks for checking my brakes for free.
For fixing my flat for free.
And being just hassle-free. For talking to me like an intelligent human being.
You don't see that too often.
Thanks for hustling to get me out of there.
Without making me feel hustled.
So thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks for doing the right thing by not just selling me tires.
Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Yeah, that's pretty and all. But there's more in this valley than just the grass.
The reason we support local is just because we're from here. I mean, we've been here forever. My dad came from Lau County. I've lived here almost my entire life. This is the only place we'd want to have a business, and this community supports everyone. I mean, it's pretty amazing the way everyone comes together. You know, we support local sports. We've been members of the Optimist Club here in town for about as long as we've been selling furniture. I've played sports my whole life. I think sports bring the community together, so it's a great way to help with the whole community in general.
And welcome back to LeGrand High School Gymnasium. We're, of course, in LeGrand, Oregon, and second half action between the Pendleton Buckaroos and LeGrand Tigers about to start. Tigers with a little bit of an upset first half, up 29-25. They got out to as many as a 10-point lead. Bucks brought it back there at the end, and we're set for a really exciting third and fourth quarter. Both teams will go with their same starting 5 to start this third quarter. That second quarter, we didn't see a lot of GT Blackman or Caden Chandler. They were on the bench quite a bit. And impressive for them to still be able to keep this lead despite those two out of the game. As the first shot taken by who else? Tyler Newsom for the Buckaroos. That one no good. Chandler came away with the rebound, and Tigers will have their first offensive possession. And called for a travel, just kind of just rotating, and looks like he may have just picked up his plant foot, was Braden Bell. So the Tigers start the second half with a turnover. Buckaroos, number 12 in 5A, 9-6 overall, 1-0 in the Columbia River Conference. Tigers are 11-7 overall. They're ranked number 6 in 4A. So this is a good battle for them, a good test, as Blackman has it going the other way on transition. They are 3-0, however, in the Greater Oregon League, first place in the conference right now, as they look to pick up a big W over Pendleton. Pendleton won the previous matchup 63-46. This is Blackman. He curls in around the arc. Almost got that one stolen. He's able to corral it. Nice move inside. Braden Bell, a little fake pass out to the corner, and he takes it right to the hoop. Missed shot by Russell. Gets his own rebound. And that one tipped out of bounds. Going to be Bucks ball still. Caden Chandler had 8 points. A lot of that in the first quarter. While Nick Chachis, who came off the bench, also had 8 points. And he provided a lot of offensive support as the block by Chandler. Chamberlain gives it to Blackman. And the right-handed lay-in is good. Tough angle for Blackman, and he still gets the enough spin on that ball to put it in. Missed shot by the Bucks, and the rebound by Bell. So the Tigers gaining a little momentum with 6, and Bell turns it over. Russell, now Newsom. He nearly turns it over. Russell picks it up, and he's called for a travel. Gives a little bit of a shove to Chandler. He was not happy about the call. See a little bit of frustration on the side of the Pendleton players, as they're down by 8 to a team they beat by 17 last time. Blackman turns it over. Good steal by Newsom. And then Newsom gets knocked down hard. That is going to be our first foul of the half. But Blackman's going to pick up his third. So we'll see how long he remains in this game, what head coach Mark Carollo wants to do. Might have been why Blackman was out a bit there early in the second quarter. Didn't really come back with 2 fouls. And this is Jerome. Jumper off the glass, no good. Rebound by Chamberlain. We're going to throw it over to Will Bowman with a little bit of our sponsors. Will?
Hey, Ian, thanks, man. All right, a couple sponsors for you guys here. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. Les Schwab Tires is a great place to make a long-term investment in your tires. When you buy new tires from Les Schwab, it comes with a lot of free stuff. So if you're looking for some new tires and you are ready to, invest in a company that's going to give you a big bang for your buck, Les Schwab Tires right on Adams Avenue is a great place to go. Also, I want to mention, speaking of cars, Island Express, Union County's best drive-through car wash. Island Express is a new car wash and oil change station in Island City, right off of the Island Avenue Strip, owned by Arnie Peasley, father of Andrew Peasley, who was a LHS Tiger. So when you support Union County Island Express, Union County's best drive-through car wash, you are indirectly supporting the Tigers basketball and football teams. He is now off playing college ball, and I don't think any of us are wishing him anything but the best. All right, back to you, Ian.
Thanks, Will. And Chandler knocked down one of the 2 free throws. Gives LeGrand a 9-point advantage, 34-25. And on the other end of the floor, Noah Chamberlain picked up his second foul, the second on the team in this quarter, as Newsome dribbled to the net. 3-pointer put up by Sams. He goes down to the floor. That one no good, and Chamberlain good. That's Isaac Chamberlain on the layup. And the Tigers are up by 11. 4:25 to play in this third quarter, and Tigers have come out hot. A 7-point advantage here in this third quarter. Came into the half up by 4. Newsome trying to change that, and he's called for a travel. The officials really tough on both teams, watching the traveling, and another turnover going against the Bucks as Newsome got the basket to go, but not before he's called for the travel. Tigers take over possession once again. Chamberlain had the last basket. He gives it to Bell. Kicked out GT Blackman. That one punched out of his hands to Chandler. Kind of lucky there for the Tigers. Chandler just wasn't able to get the basket to fall, and a foul is called against LeGrand. And that's going to be on Braden Bell. Picks up his second, third of the half. And the Tigers have really been the aggressors defensively. Got up to 7 fouls in the first half. They're up to 3 here. Buckaroos played pretty clean. But so far it's worked out well for LeGrand. Playing aggressive. They're disrupting Pendleton a bit. Getting in their heads here a little bit in this second half. Buckaroos team that is looking for their 5th win. A 3 hit by Tyler Newsome. And he's been working inside all game, and that's his first 3-point attempt, and he hits it. Just found himself an open look and proves he can do it from inside or outside. And Tyler Newsome, the one player Tigers going to have to watch out for. Foul going to get called against Pendleton. As you see here, a great find, and just nobody picks up Newsome right at the top of the arc, and he puts that one down easy. Looks like he shoots those all the time. So it's down to an 8-point lead for LeGrand. Blackman now over a 3-pointer put up by Chamberlain, no good, and the rebound gobbled up by the Buckaroos. Will, you got some more sponsors for us?
Just one sponsor for you right now, Ian. I want to give a big thanks to Loveland Funeral Chapel. We're going to start throwing you some replays here now that we are up and functioning fully. And I just want to give a big shout out to Loveland Funeral Chapel, who is our replay sponsor. Loveland Funeral Chapel is a local funeral chapel owned by Kevin Loveland. They are awesome for taking care of your funeral and everything that is attached to that. There's more than you would think that goes into making a funeral. So if you are someone or know of someone who has recently lost a loved one, be sure to contact Kevin Loveland at Loveland Funeral Chapel and make sure to notice their logo every time we go out to replay. Thanks, Ian. Back to you.
Well, thank you. And if you're just watching the game there, that was a big turn of events. Newsome went up. Looked like a blocking foul was going to be called on LeGrand as he made the basket. It was looking like he was going to go to the free throw line for an and one, but instead the other official overrules and calls it an offensive foul on Newsome, who picks up his first. And so that's a big swing as the Tigers took over. Nothing on that last possession, and inside, nice move with the right hand, Richard Scott off the glass. And it's down to a 6-point deficit for Pendleton, and a foul on the offensive side going to be called against LeGrand. 36-30 for the Tigers. Got 2:13 to play here in this third quarter. Chachis is going to come back into the game. He had a great first half with 8 points. Hunter Youngblood also checks in. Chamberlain, Chandler, and Blackman stay in the ball game for the Tigers, but they're back on the defense as momentum shifting back and forth. Right now it's in favor of Pendleton. Dribble inside, draws the little bit of contact, getting his own rebound. Russell eventually, and underneath the big block by Youngblood, but he's going to get called for a foul, and tough to see on that one from my angle. Looked like a lot of ball. Official must have had a different angle, and Youngblood's going to get called for his third foul. It's the 5th of the half already on the Tigers with 1:48 to play in the third quarter. And Richard Scott goes to the free throw line, knocks down the first. Scott with the last basket, and he steps up to the free throw line looking to make it 4 straight points for his Bucks. And he knocks down the pair, looking right into the LeGrand High School student section. Not an easy task, but he knocks down the pair as we get a timeout called by LeGrand, who lead 36-32 with 1:42 to play here in this third quarter. We'll be right back on LeGrand Alive.
Trouble playing your old videos? At Anything to Digital, we can help transfer your VHS, photographs, 8mm tapes, and more to any form of digital media. Whatever it is, we can do it. So please, visit us today, if not for your sake, for the sake of your DVD player.
LeGrand is a wonderful town, and though it sometimes may not seem like it, there's a lot happening. And you can find some of those things on legrandalive.tv. LeGrand Live is a local internet television station that hosts LeGrand talks and award ceremonies, creative content, city events, sports, performances, recitals, city council meetings, and much, much more. Many LeGrand Alive events are live streamed and can be viewed from anywhere in the world. So visit legrandalive.tv today and bring your town alive in a new and interesting way.
Back into the LeGrand High School gymnasium, head coach Mark Carollo calling the timeout for the Tigers, who have seen their 11-point lead slip down to 4, and nearly a turnover as Chamberlain's pass knocked down by Shaw Jerome. But the Tigers will maintain possession. That's a long pass, a dangerous one to Blackman. Still gets it. Chamberlain back to Blackman at the top of the arc. Playing pitch and catch a little bit. Now Chamberlain trying to find somewhere to go. Chachas is in the game. Blackman, that one, couple bounces off the rim, no good, but Chandler comes away with the offensive board. Blackman had a chance at a second look. Chachas, he's good! Nick Chachas, and he is having himself a game with 11 points off the bench. Good to have him back in this ballgame. Hasn't played a ton in this third quarter. Had a great second quarter, and this has really been the Tigers' best offensive look, with Chachas and then Chandler both on the court. Good defense, double teaming Newsom there in the corner. Let's get a look as Chandler came away with the offensive rebound, and then Blackman a quick pass over to Chachas, who nails his third 3 of the ball game. As we get a timeout, it'll be a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back here on LeGrand Live.
When you buy tires from West Schwab, it comes with a lot of free and a lot of speed. Free flat repairs, free rotations, free replacements, free air, pre-trip safety, and brake alignment checks. And did I mention it's all free? Plus, our work is guaranteed for the life of your tires. We'll even replace them if they're damaged beyond repair, anytime here in the Grand Ronde Valley or anywhere else. So for fast and free, buy your tires at Les Schwab. The best value tires anywhere, and that's our promise.
.8 seconds to play in this third quarter. Tigers back up by 7. Russell now inside to Newsom, and he's called for an offensive foul. Must have thrown a little bit of an elbow. Couldn't see much there. Our official all over it immediately, and Newsom's going to get called for his third. Trying to get the defender off him, and yeah, it must have just been an elbow because I couldn't really see much otherwise. 7-point advantage for the Tigers, looking to make it maybe 9, and going up is Youngblood, and he's fouled. Going to go to the line. So Hunter Youngblood, the junior, is going to go to the free throw line, shoot 2. Foul called against Richard Scott. That's going to be his second, and we've got 5 fouls apiece in this quarter on the Tigers and Bucks as Youngblood knocks down the first. 40 points even for the Tigers, who scored 46 on the road at Pendleton last time out, and they're up to 41 here with still 29 seconds to play in the third quarter. They're up by 9. Russell with it. Right wing. He's looking for somewhere. Zone defense by these Tigers has been tough to penetrate for Pendleton. And we're going to see Cade Reed for the first time in the third quarter. Had some good minutes in the second quarter specifically as he comes in for GT Blackman just before the end of the quarter. Inbounds to Newsom. Looking for a little bit of a screen from Scott. Newsom goes inside and he gets fouled. And that's going to end up as the 7th foul. And that one goes against Noah Chamberlain, who's going to pick up his 3rd foul. And it's possible, I believe moments ago, that Blackman came out of the game. I think he might have picked up his 4th foul. So that's now 7 on the Tigers. So that's big for this 4th quarter, as both free throws knocked down by Newsom. And he is a good free throw shooter. That's why he's so willing to draw the contact inside. He knows if he gets to the free throw line, a lot of times that's going to result in 2 points for his Bucks. Cade Reed, kick out pass, thrown up very quickly. May have had just an extra little bit second there. Youngblood tried to throw it up fast. No good, and the Tigers will take a 41-34 lead into the 4th quarter. We'll be back here on LeGrand Alive. Back in, 4th quarter, just seconds away from beginning, as Hunter Youngblood inbounds the pass to Nick Chachis, who is with 11 points to lead the Tigers. Their first shot missed of this 4th quarter. They're up by 7, 41-34 over the 5A Bucks, ranked number 12 in 5A, and a steal. Tipped away, Chamberlain came away with it. Chachis off the glass and good. 13 points now for the junior. Off the bench. Newsom gonna shoot the 3 ball short. Cade Reed comes away with the rebound. Chachis thought about a pass, now he gets it over to Reed. And almost not ready for that was Youngblood. He's able to corral it. Chachis now. He might just take the 3, thought about it. Seb gives it up to Youngblood. Now inside to Chandler, working against the defender, Camp, and he gets it off the glass with the friendly roll, and the Tigers are back up by 11, 6:50 to play in this fourth quarter. And going for the double team reach-in was Youngblood, and a timeout is going to be taken by Pendleton. 6:46 to go. They're down by 11, looking for something out of the timeout. We'll be back here on LeGrand Alive.
Your wedding, your child's first steps, him blowing out the candles, her playing in the yard. These are memories, your past, and with all the changes in your life, it's important to remember how it was. We can help with that. At Anything to Digital, we know that memories are far more precious than the tapes they're recorded on. Whatever the memory, whatever the medium, we can help preserve these little glimpses of the good old days so you can watch them again and again. Anything to Digital, let's preserve your memories.
Youth for Christ is located just across the street from the high school, and our campus life ministry combines healthy relationships with creative programs to help young people make good choices, establish a solid foundation for life, and positively impact their schools. Campus Life seeks to engage these young people wherever they are found as lifelong followers of Jesus Christ. YFC in LeGrand also offers free lunches to high school students and provides a drop-in center twice a week. Get involved today.
Hi, it's Brent Huntsman, General Manager at Carp.
6:46 to play in this fourth quarter. Tigers looking for the upset victory over Pendleton. 11-7 are the Tigers, and let's give us some sponsors here.
Hey, Ian, thanks, man. All right, I'm on LeGrand Alive. I want to give you a couple sponsors here real fast. First of all, Med Transport, because you have options. Med Transport is a fully licensed ground transport inter-hospital service. So if you're trying to move from hospital to hospital around Union County, Med Transport is your option. They don't do everything. If your condition is time sensitive, they're not a good option. But if you are looking for a cheaper option and your injury and your condition is not time sensitive, Med Transport is an option because you do have options. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Carpet One, beautiful made affordable. Carpet One is a local flooring and carpet store right here in LeGrand. And the big deal about Carpet One is many of them were right here on this court, proverbially, not necessarily on this court, but they were Tigers in their day. They played basketball and football. They are invested in the local community and local workers, and they have donated to the LeGrand High School live stream. So, Carpet One, beautiful made affordable. Thanks, Ian. Back to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Will, and some exciting action on this floor here in the LeGrand High School gymnasium as a block by, I believe it was Caden Chandler, and he ends up with the loose ball. And the Tigers up by 11 right now as we're taking almost to 5.5 minutes. The Chachas looking to stay hot, misses that three-pointer, but Tigers on the defensive end have done a fantastic job, and Chandler draws the offensive foul from Tyler Newsom. And that is going to be Newsom's third. So that's key to watch with 5:23 to play. He's going to have to be a little bit more careful. That's 7 fouls apiece. So free throws going to be key the rest of this way as both teams into the bonus now. No free throws taken there as it was an offensive foul. Next one, we'll see a 1-and-1 if it's on the floor. Block. Newsom just gets up there against Chamberlain and ends up coming away with the rebound before it goes out of bounds. Incredible by Newsom. Shot no good. Reed with it. Quickly on the transition. Cade Reed curls it back to his teammate and another block. So defensive stands on both sides. We've had about 3 blocks in less than a minute of gameplay. Exciting back and forth action, but the Bucks trying to pull their way into this one. And another. That one might go down as a block. Might be more of just a steal, and a travel called against Youngblood as he had the basket fall in. 4:30 to go here on LeGrand Alive. Exciting action as the Tigers look to make it 2 in a row and 4 of their last 5 and end Pendleton's 4-game winning streak. They're up by double digits. They've got to watch out for Newsom, though. He kicks it out to Chamberlain. Doesn't have a lot anywhere to go. Chachas around the back pass, and Chamberlain curls it back. Didn't feel like he had the right angle to the hoop. Reed off the glass, no good. Neither team able to buy a basket here in the last couple minutes. Great defense on either end. Moving inside, and there's a basket. Tyler Newsom, and who else for the Bucks? As a timeout can be taken. I believe the Tigers maybe just wanted that for substitutions, but it's going to be a quick 30-second timeout. 3:48 to play. Excuse me, a minute timeout. We'll be right back. 45-36 lead for the Tigers.
This is Lloyd Berry, our operations manager, Jason Isaacson, sales manager, Shay Perry in bookkeeping. These and many more of our staff at LeGrand Carpet One Floor and Home were all LeGrand Tigers in their day. Now they work here. Each has family that walked the halls or wore the Tigers uniform. In fact, we have 4 generations of Tigers in the families of our staff. Thank you for joining us in supporting our LeGrand Tigers. Carpet One Floor and Home, your locally owned Tigers fan club, making beautiful affordable, now and for years to come.
Coming out of the timeout here, LeGrand High School up 45-36 over the Buckaroos of Pendleton High School. And really, it's been the story of Nick Chachas and Caden Chandler for the Tigers and Tyler Newsom for the Bucks. He's had a very big game. Every time he gets the ball, he is dangerous offensively. And if the Tigers can manage to stop him over this last 3.5 minutes, it is quite likely they would come away with a victory up by 9. 7 fouls apiece, both teams in the bonus. Chachas to Youngblood, back to Chachas on the left wing. He's covered closely by Scott. And Chamberlain now over to Cade Reed. Thought about going into the basket, and that one going to tip off of Chandler. Loose ball just rolling around, and the official says Chandler was the last one to touch it. So Pendleton, big possession for them to get back into this game if they can start to build some momentum here with 3 minutes. Still a lot of time, but they've got to work quickly. Dante Jackson now around the corner, and Newsom is good from the corner. And I was just saying, if you can find a way to stop him over these last few minutes, you got a great chance to win, but he knocks down a 3, and it's down to a 6-point lead for the Tigers. A foul reaching called going against Shaw Jerome. And going to the free throw line is going to be Nick Chachas. Hey, Will, you got some more sponsors for us?
Hey, Ian, I do actually have some more sponsors. Thanks for asking. All right, a couple more sponsors here. Community Bank, local money working for local people. Community Bank is an awesome local community North or Eastern Oregon banking branch. They are located, their headquarters is located in Joseph, Oregon, and the people there are just very friendly, very, very eager to help you in your local ventures. So, Community Bank, local money working for local people. Also, Barretto Manufacturing. Barretto Manufacturing is a manufacturing company right here in the Valley, owned by Greg Barretto, our House Representative for Eastern Oregon here. And they manufacture specialty lawn care machinery that are all hydraulics based, which makes them very, very special, and they're hand designed by Greg Barretto himself. Barretto Manufacturing, quality, honesty, and integrity. And last, speaking of banking, Banner Bank. Banner Bank supports our local communities. Well, they do. They have donated to the LeGrand Alive live stream, so they are supporting the community of the LeGrand High School basketball team. They are available in LeGrand or at any of the locations throughout the West. You can find them on bannerbank.com, and they are a member of the FDIC. Big thanks, Banner Bank. Back to you, Ian.
Thanks, Will. And Nick Chachas knocked down a pair of free throws on the 1-and-1. Those are 2 big free throws. And then on the other end, a couple of chances for the Bucks as Richard Scott gets himself to the free throw line. And I think he's called for a violation on the free throw. Must have stepped on the line on the first free throw, and he misses the second. So nothing to show for the Bucks there on that possession. They trail by 8, and we're ticking down to just about 2 minutes. And it's important to note, high school basketball, no shot clock as Chandler inside. He's got 11. But very important to note because the Tigers, as long as they can maintain possession of the ball, they can run out as much clock as they want. But on the other end, a big 3 hit by Dakota Sams, and the Bucks had to have that. They still trail by 7. They're going to have to put on some pressure defense now, maybe force a turnover in the backcourt. They don't get it this time. Tigers going to move the ball well now. Cade Reed, under a minute and a half. And going for the steal was Sams, and he's going to get called. Good poke by Dakota Sams. Nearly comes away with it, but foul going to get called, and that's the 9th on Pendleton. It'll be a 1-and-1, but this will be the last time the Tigers will be forced to shoot a 1-and-1. So this is a huge free throw right here for both teams. Cade Reed on it. And he knocks down the first. A big shot. As the Tigers are up by 8. See if he can make it a pair. That one a little strong, but Youngblood comes away with it. And Reed gets the ball right back. And with an 8-point lead in a minute 20, Tigers a great chance to upset the Bucks here on the Tigers' home court. A foul called against Pendleton. It's going to send Chachas to the free throw line. And with 10 fouls, that puts the Tigers in the double bonus, and Chachas is going to shoot 2. So a little bit of the pressure taken off now with no 1-and-1, automatic 2. And they're up by 8. He can make it a double-digit lead once again. And he knocks down the first perfectly. Chachas up to 16 points, has had himself quite a game off the bench. And has really, since coming into the third quarter, has played most of this second half. Chachas, that one no good. But another offensive rebound by Youngblood. He had the last one off the missed free throw by Reed, and he comes down with a second. And again, Chachas gets fouled, so he goes right back to the free throw line with 1:07. And it's already a 3-possession game. And the Tigers are up by 10. It's going to be very tough for Pendleton to make their way back in. They're going to have to get some quick baskets and honestly rely probably on a few free throw misses. There's another, but this time Chachas came away with a offensive rebound, but not before a foul was called on the rebound, and so the Bucks will go the other end and shoot a 1-and-1. And it's going to be Ryan Russell heading to the line. Bucks are down by 10. This is probably the more preferable way for the Bucks to score right now, with the clock not moving as he knocks down the first of the 1-and-1. Bucks got a lot of work to do, but still not quite out of it with 1:06 to play. Free throws mentioned. Those are going to be key with all the fouls, and he knocks down both. 2 big free throws. Reed trying to get through 3 defenders. He gets over Chamberlain, and it looks like a timeout is going to be called. Chamberlain was very close to stepping out of bounds there, and the timeout going to be called by the Tigers with 59.4 seconds left. Tigers up by 8. We'll be right back after the timeout.
Every day, we here at Grand Ronde Hospital see clients with chronic conditions like osteoarthritis of the spine, hips, and knees seeking relief. And while surgery may be the answer in certain situations, recent studies show that physical therapy can be just as effective. Oftentimes, we can't cure these conditions, but according to...
Out of the timeout, Youngblood has it. That one rolls off, and they're going to say it went off of Youngblood. So a good defensive stand there for the Bucks, who really needed that one, down by 8. Only runs off about 5 seconds. So very big, and we'll see what Newsom's got. He's going to put up a 3. That's good! Big shot by Tyler Newsom, and now it's just a 5-point game. And you just had a feeling Newsom was going to take that shot. He goes for the steal on Chachas, who hangs on to the ball. And Russell's going to get called for the foul just as Chachas was about to fall out of bounds, so he'll go to the line, shoot 2. So I mentioned Pendleton's going to have to come away with some shots. They're also going to need a little help from the Tigers to miss some free throws. And we'll see what Nick Chachas can do from the charity stripe here with his team up by 5. And the first free throw is no good. That's just what Pendleton needed. 52-47, 35.5 seconds to play. Chachas knocks down the second. Three put up by Pendleton was no good, and that was a big miss as the Tigers up by 6, 18.8 seconds to play. And Chamberlain is going to head to the free throw line after being fouled. We're going to have coverage of the Grand High School Tigers basketball game this Friday as well here on the Grand Alive, so be sure to tune in with us. As if the Tigers can hold on here, they'll be looking for their 3rd straight win. Noah Chamberlain goes to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first. Looking a little precarious there at the end as Bucks cut it down to a 5-point deficit. But the missed shot on the other end gives the Tigers the ball back, and Chamberlain extends it back to an 8-point lead, and shot no good by Newsom. Chandler going to get fouled, but I'm going to say that's probably going to do it with an 8-point lead as Chandler goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 more. And unfortunately for the Bucks, they got in foul trouble a little too early and allowed the Tigers to shoot 2 just about on their last 4 or 5 opportunities at the free throw line as Chandler knocks down the first. So a big win this is going to be for LeGrand. They're going to go to 12-7 overall, picking up their 2nd straight win, 4 out of their last 5 as Chandler hits the second, and that's a 10-point lead. And they get a big win over a 5A program as a 3 knocked down by Dakota Sams with about 2 seconds left. And Tigers not even going to have to inbounds the ball. LeGrand Tigers going to take this one 57-50 over the Pendleton Buckaroos, who dropped to 9-7 overall, number 12 in the 5A. And that ends their 4-game winning streak. You mentioned the Tigers win their 2nd straight, and a huge win, huge game from Nick Chachas. Nearly had 20 points in this ball game. Really stepped up off the bench as the Tigers going to take this one. Number 6 in OSAA 4A. They advance to 12-7. Thank you all for joining us tonight here on the Grand Live. Once again, we'll have coverage of Friday night's game for these same Tigers. Once again, I'm Ian Dexter. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your evening.